Welcome back. Today we will explore the most valuable top 5 coins from both the United States and Canada. These coins are not just currency, they are treasures with rich histories, unique designs, and significant value in today's auction market. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just starting your journey, this video will guide you through the most sought-after coins, their remarkable features, and how their rarity and condition affect their market value. The 1964 Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark may look ordinary at first glance, especially in circulated condition. But behind this everyday appearance is a powerful story of American history, Silver Era transition, collector demand, and surprising auction values. Many collectors today are actively searching for high-quality examples and rare varieties from this year, making the 1964 D Jefferson nickel one of the most talked-about modern-era coins in today's auction market. So let's get started. First up, the Jefferson nickel series was first introduced in 1938 to honor the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, replacing the long-running Buffalo nickel. The reverse of the coin proudly displays Monticello, the historic Virginia home designed and built by Jefferson himself, now recognized worldwide as a symbol of early American architecture and leadership. The year 1964 holds a special place in U.S. coin history because it was the final year before major changes began in American coin composition due to massive coin shortages and rising metal prices. While the Jefferson nickel remained a copper-nickel alloy and not silver, it was still affected by the nationwide hoarding that occurred during this transitional period in American coinage. The 1964 D Jefferson nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, which produced a massive number of coins to help meet the overwhelming public demand for circulating currency at that time. The obverse of the 1964 D Jefferson nickel features a strong left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson with the words, "In God We Trust," along the left rim and "Liberty," followed by the date 1964 along the right. The design reflects both dignity and simplicity, capturing Jefferson's thoughtful expression with clean, sharp lines. On the reverse, the coin proudly displays Monticello with remarkable architectural detail, including its steps, columns, and windows. Above the building is the word, E pluribus unum, while Monticello sits directly above the denomination, 5 cents, and United States of America wraps around the rim. The small but powerful D mint mark appears to the right of Monticello, identifying Denver as the minting location. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it strong durability for circulation, which is why so many examples still survive today in worn condition. In circulated condition, the 1964 D Jefferson nickel is not rare in the traditional sense because millions were struck and used heavily in everyday transactions. However, rarity in the collector world is not only about how many coins were minted but also about how many survive in high-demand conditions and special varieties. Circulated examples with smooth wear, clear dates, readable inscriptions, and balanced color still attract strong interest from beginner and budget-friendly collectors. What truly raises excitement are special strike qualities, full-step details on Monticello, and rare double-die varieties that occasionally appear from this year. Even in circulated condition, a well-preserved example with strong eye appeal can generate auction demand, especially from collectors completing dated and mint-marked Jefferson nickel sets. In today's coin market, a standard circulated 1964 D Jefferson nickel usually sells for a modest premium above face value, often ranging from $136,000 depending on how clean and detailed the coin remains. However, higher quality circulated examples with sharp features can reach $175,000 with ease. The real excitement begins when collectors encounter upgraded condition pieces, such as extremely fine, about uncirculated, or full steps varieties, which can sell from $285,000. Rare air versions and strong strike specimens from the Denver Mint have been known to reach even higher prices at auction when competition is intense. The market proves that although the average piece may seem common, standout examples can generate surprising dollar values. For collectors searching for the 1964 D Jefferson nickel, patience and careful inspection are the keys to success. Always check the steps of Monticello on the reverse, as full step details dramatically increase collector value. Look closely for doubling in the lettering and date, as these varieties can turn a simple find into a valuable discovery. Avoid cleaning your coins, as this can severely reduce their market value and appeal to professional buyers. Store your coins in protective holders to prevent further wear, and consider learning basic grading skills so you can better judge condition before buying or selling. Even circulated coins can become long-term investments when chosen wisely and preserved properly. The Monticello 5-cent Jefferson nickel of 1964 with the D mint mark stands as a powerful symbol of a turning point in American coin history. Struck during a time of nationwide coin shortages and economic transition, this coin carries both historical weight and collector appeal. While many circulated examples remain affordable and accessible, the right piece with strong details, rare characteristics, and solid eye appeal can command impressive prices in today's auction market. Whether you are a beginner pulling coins from pocket change or an experienced collector hunting for upgraded examples, the 1964 Jefferson nickel proves that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary stories and real dollar value. Next up, we explore the United States Lincoln Wheat penny from 1957 with the Denver Mint mark. This coin, even though produced in large numbers, has slowly become a cherished collectible because of its age, its classic wheat ears reverse design, and the surprising premium it can bring in today's auction market when found in very fine or higher conditions. So let's take a detailed look at why the 1957 wheat cent continues to attract collectors and why its value has been rising steadily in the world of rare coins. The story of the 1957 Lincoln Wheat penny begins long before the year it was minted. The Lincoln Cent series started in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It became the first United States circulating coin to feature a real person on the obverse. The wheat reverse design created by Victor David Brenner stayed in production until 1958, symbolizing the nation's agricultural strength. By 1957, the wheat penny was nearing the end of its era, making the last 2 years of production especially desirable to collectors who want examples from the full historic timeline of this iconic series. The Denver Mint, marked by the small d under the date, contributed the majority of pennies that year, but only a fraction survive today in truly collectible condition. The unique features of the 1957 wheat penny are what make it instantly recognizable to both beginners and advanced collectors. On the front of the coin, the dignified portrait of Abraham Lincoln faces right, showing detailed hairlines, a strong jawline, and the famous motto, "In God We Trust," above his head. The word "Liberty" sits to the left, while the date 1957 appears on the right, just behind Lincoln's shoulder. Directly beneath the date rests the small but powerful D Mint mark, confirming its Denver origin. On the reverse side, 2 wheat stalks curve gracefully along the edges of the coin, symbolizing American agriculture and prosperity. Between the wheat ears appears the bold inscription, 1 cent, and United States of America, with the national motto, E Pluribus Unum, displayed above. The composition of this penny is primarily copper, giving it the rich reddish-brown color that collectors love, and even in very fine condition the surface often retains strong original detail and light natural toning. The 1957 wheat penny come from a combination of age, condition, and collector interest. While millions were minted, fewer remain in well-preserved states today because these coins circulated widely for decades before being pulled from the money supply. A coin in very fine condition means it has moderate wear but strong major details and no major damage, making it much more desirable than heavily worn examples. Collectors seek coins with clean surfaces, natural color, and even wear because these characteristics indicate careful preservation rather than harsh cleaning or mishandling. As fewer high-quality examples remain, the demand continues to rise, especially among new collectors who want affordable yet historic pieces of American numismatic history. Now let's talk about the current market value in real dollar terms, which is what excites most viewers. In today's active coin auction market, a 1957 wheat penny in average circulated condition may only bring a modest amount. However, in verified very fine condition, clean examples regularly sell for $283,000, and especially attractive specimens with natural color and no damage can reach higher prices during live bidding wars. If the same coin is professionally graded and confirmed to fall into the upper very fine or extremely fine range, the value can jump significantly higher. Coins with full original luster, sharp detail, and no corrosion are the ones that attract the strongest competition and the highest dollar figures. While this penny may not be a 5-figure rarity, its consistent upward demand makes it a realistic and profitable collector piece, especially when found in bulk collections or inherited jars of old cents. For collectors who wish to search for or invest in 1957 wheat pennies, there are several helpful tips to keep in mind. Always look closely at the obverse portrait to make sure Lincoln's hairline and facial features remain sharp, since these are the first areas to wear down. Check the reverse wheat stalks to see how deep the lines remain, as this heavily influences the grade. Avoid coins that show signs of cleaning, scratches, corrosion, or discoloration because these issues significantly lower market value. Keeping your coins in protective holders and storing them in a dry, stable environment will help maintain their condition for future value. Building a full wheat penny collection from 1909 to 1958, including the 1957 is an excellent long-term project for both new and seasoned collectors. The United States 1957 D. Lincoln Wheat penny in very fine condition stands as a classic relic of American coinage as well as an excellent collectible with rising potential in today's auction market. Its historical importance, beautiful wheatear's design, and condition-based rarity make it a valuable and rewarding coin to study, collect, and treasure. Whether you are a beginner discovering the hobby or an experienced collector looking to complete your wheat cent set, the 1957 D penny remains a timeless piece that reflects over half a century of U.S. history and continues to shine in the world of numismatics. Next up, the United States Lincoln Memorial Penny 1 cent 1959 with the D mint mark in extra fine condition. This coin may look ordinary to many people, but to collectors and numismatic enthusiasts, it carries a powerful legacy and hidden value potential. From its connection to American history to its role in the modern coin era, the 1959 D Lincoln Memorial Cent represents far more than just 1 cent. Stay with me until the end of this video because we will explore its origin, design, rarity, collector demand, and most importantly, its current market value in dollars, along with expert tips for collectors. The Lincoln Memorial Penny was introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th birth anniversary of Abraham Lincoln, making this coin a major milestone in United States coinage history. For the first time, a real building replaced the classic wheat ears on the reverse side of the penny. This change ended the long-running wheat cent series and began a new chapter with the Lincoln Memorial design. The 1959 penny was issued by United States Mint, and the D Mint mark indicates that this coin was produced at the famous Denver Mint. Millions of these coins were struck to support daily circulation during a period of strong economic growth in America, making the coin historically significant as the very first year of the Lincoln Memorial design. The obverse of the 1959 D Lincoln Memorial Penny features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor D. Brenner, which has been used since 1909 and remains one of the most recognizable coin designs in the world. The word Liberty appears to the left of Lincoln's portrait, while In God We Trust is boldly displayed along the upper rim. The date 1959 is positioned on the right side, with the small but important D Mint mark directly below it near the shoulder. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands proudly in the center, and if you look closely, you can even spot a tiny seated statue of Lincoln inside the monument. The inscriptions, United States of America, and 1 cent, frame the design, along with the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a rich reddish-brown color when well preserved. In extra fine condition, sharp details can still be seen in Lincoln's hair, coat, and facial features, while the Lincoln Memorial lines appear crisp and well-defined. Although the 1959 D penny had a very high mintage, making it common in circulated condition, collector demand increases significantly when the coin appears in extra fine or higher grades. Extra fine means the coin shows only light wear on the highest points, with most of the original design details still visible and attractive. Collectors place strong value on sharp strikes, clean fields, and coins without corrosion, heavy scratches, or deep discoloration. What truly drives excitement for this coin is the possibility of rare mint errors from the 1959 D issue, such as repunched mint marks, die cracks, double dies, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets. These error varieties are much scarcer than regular issues and can dramatically increase collector demand and final auction prices. In today's active coin market, a standard 1959 D Lincoln Memorial Penny in extra fine condition typically sells between $235,000 depending on eye appeal and surface quality. However, when the same coin reaches uncirculated or mint state condition, prices can climb from $250,000, especially for certified examples graded by major services. Now, here is where things become truly exciting. Rare error varieties from the 1959 D issue have been known to sell for $375,000 at auction, depending on the strength and rarity of the error. This huge jump in value proves that even a coin that seems common can turn into a serious money piece when the right factors come together. If you are collecting or searching for the 1959 D Lincoln Memorial Penny, always examine your coins carefully under good lighting and with a magnifying glass. Focus on the mint mark area, the date, and the edges of the coin for possible die cracks or doubling. Store your coins in proper holders such as mylar flips or airtight capsules to protect them from moisture, fingerprints, and air exposure. Avoid cleaning your coins because cleaning can permanently damage the surface and destroy their market value. If you believe you have found a rare error or a high-grade example, consider submitting it to a professional grading service to authenticate and protect your investment. Always stay updated with auction results and coin market trends so you can make informed buying and selling decisions. The United States Lincoln Memorial Penny 1 cent 1959 with the D mint mark in extra fine condition is a powerful symbol of American history, craftsmanship, and collecting opportunity. As the very first year of the Lincoln Memorial design, this coin holds deep historical importance, while its copper composition and detailed artwork continue to attract collectors across the world. Although many examples remain affordable, special high-grade and rare varieties can reach impressive dollar values in today's auction market. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, the 1959 D Lincoln Memorial Penny deserves a special place in your collection. Next up, the United States Roosevelt 1 dime from 1996 with the Denver Mint mark, a coin that circulates quietly in everyday pocket change yet has become a surprising point of interest for collectors and treasure hunters. Many people overlook modern dimes, assuming they hold no rare qualities, but certain dates and mint marks such as the 1996 D can carry hidden value when connected to unusual features, condition demands, and collector trends. Today we take a deep look into its history, key characteristics, rarity factors, and how it performs in the current auction market where even circulated examples are attracting strong attention from enthusiasts. The history of the 1996 Roosevelt dime begins with the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt himself, whose profile has appeared on the U.S. 10-cent piece since 1946. The design was introduced to honor Roosevelt's leadership and his founding of the March of Dimes, a program that focused on supporting polio research. By 1996, the dime had already completed 50 years of production, marking a symbolic milestone in American coinage. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of 1996 D dimes, yet coin collectors have since discovered that not all of these coins are equal. Some carry special die characteristics, while others have survived decades of circulation in better-than-average condition. Even though the dime is composed of a copper-nickel-clad structure rather than silver, the year 1996 still remains an important anniversary in the Roosevelt series, and this has added to its desirability. When we talk about the unique features of the 1996 D dime, we begin with the obverse portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt designed by John R. Sinek. His image is sharp and modern, symbolizing progress and American resilience. On the right-hand side of the portrait sits the mint mark, D, indicating production at the Denver Mint. The motto, Liberty, appears boldly on the left, while the national motto, In God We Trust, sits just below the portrait. The date, 1996, is neatly engraved near the lower rim. On the reverse, the coin displays the dignified torch of liberty flanked by an olive branch symbolizing peace and an oak branch representing strength and independence. These elements are surrounded by the inscriptions, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 dime. Even in circulated condition, collectors often evaluate the clarity of these design elements, the sharpness of rim details, and the overall surface preservation, including luster traces and the absence of heavy damage. Some 1996 D dimes also attract attention for die alignment differences and minor minting anomalies that can increase value. Rarity and condition play a major role in why the circulated 1996 D dime has become more interesting in the collector market today. Although millions were minted, only a small percentage remain in eye-appealing circulated condition after nearly 3 decades. Coins with minimal wear, strong details, and natural toning are preferred because they show quality preservation despite being used in daily transactions. Collectors also search closely for mint errors, including off-center strikes, die cracks, and doubled elements, which can turn an ordinary dime into a truly special piece. The combination of age, design anniversary significance, and the challenge of finding well-preserved examples adds a layer of rarity that increases its desirability among both new and experienced collectors. The current market value in dollars, circulated 1996 D Roosevelt dimes usually trade from modest amounts up to surprising premiums depending on condition, eye appeal, and the presence of collectible mint errors. Regular circulated pieces often sell for slightly above face value when they show attractive surfaces or when sold in collectible batches. Rare examples, however, can reach much higher figures in auctions, sometimes selling from $267,000 depending on the severity and uniqueness of the minting flaw. Collectors appreciate any 1996 D dime that stands out from ordinary circulation, and this continuous demand allows certain specimens to achieve much higher prices than expected for a modern-era coin. For collectors seeking these coins, several tips can help improve your chances of finding worthwhile pieces. Searching pocket change, bank rolls, and old coin jars remains one of the most accessible methods, as many of these dimes still circulate in the economy. When examining coins, look closely for strong details on Roosevelt's hair, the torch flame lines, the branches on the reverse, and the presence of any doubling or striking abnormalities. Keeping the coin clean and protected without polishing it is essential because natural surfaces always hold better value. It's also helpful to compare your coin with graded examples online to better understand how condition affects pricing and how to identify potential mint errors accurately. The United States Roosevelt 1 dime from 1996 with the Denver Mint mark stands as a reminder that even common pocket change can hold unexpected value. Its historical significance, design features, preservation challenges, and collector interest all contribute to its rising presence in today's auction market. Whether you are a beginner searching for hidden treasures or a seasoned collector adding depth to your Roosevelt dime series, the 1996 D dime in circulated condition offers a fascinating opportunity to explore modern numismatics while learning how small details can translate into big value in dollars. Next up, the Canadian 1-cent coin from 1984 with the KG Mint mark. Although this coin may look like an ordinary penny at first glance, its story, its background, and the collector demand behind it reveal why certain examples are now drawing strong attention in today's auction market and achieving surprising dollar values. This video will take you through the history, the unique features, the rarity factors, the market price, and the best tips for collectors who want to spot valuable coins like this. The history of the 1984 Canadian 1-cent coin begins with the long and iconic legacy of the Canadian penny, a denomination that served in the nation's currency system for more than a century. The 1984 issue was struck during a period when the classic copper alloy composition was still in use, making it part of the older generation of Canadian cents before the switch to copper-plated steel in later years. The KG Mint mark refers to the initials of the famous designer George Kruger Gray, whose initials appear on the reverse beneath the maple leaf twig. His initials have been featured on several Canadian coin designs for decades, symbolizing artistic heritage and continuity in Canadian numismatics. This historical connection, along with its production during Canada's pre-modern minting era, makes the coin desirable for collectors who treasure traditional designs and copper coins. The unique features of the 1984 1-cent coin make it easy to recognize if you know what to look for. On the obverse, it carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold Mackin, showing the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This portrait was used from 1965 to 1989 and remains one of the most admired royal effigies. The reverse of the coin presents the iconic twin maple leaves on a single twig, symbolizing Canadian pride and natural beauty. Beneath the right leaf, the small KG initials appear clearly, representing designer Kruger Gray. The coin's metallic composition of 98% copper, with the remainder being tin and zinc, gives it its deep reddish color, especially when well preserved. The diameter, weight, and edge style are part of the standard specifications for Canadian cents of the era, making it a familiar but historically rich piece for collectors. The Canadian 1-cent 1984 with the KG initials is not extremely rare in circulation, but finding it in fine condition or better becomes more challenging each year. As the Canadian penny was discontinued in 2012, millions of coins were removed from circulation and melted down, reducing the number of high-quality examples remaining today. A coin in fine condition still shows clear details on the Queen's portrait and crisp definition in the maple leaf design, making it much more appealing to collectors compared to worn, flattened pieces. Special varieties such as off-center strikes, planchet errors, or unusually sharp strikes can increase its desirability even more. While the base coin is common, well-preserved examples combined with collector interest in pre-1985 copper cents have created steady demand in today's collector market. The current market value in dollars. In today's auction market, a Canadian 1-cent 1984 in fine condition typically sells between $265,000 depending on surface quality, color tone, and eye appeal. However, higher-grade examples in extremely fine or uncirculated condition have fetched prices ranging from $275,000 in some private sales and online auctions. If the coin has special characteristics such as strong mint strike, unusual color, or rare minting errors like off-center strikes, double die impressions, or planchet flaws, the value can skyrocket even higher. What makes this especially exciting is that most people originally spent these coins at face value, never realizing their future potential as collector assets. For collectors, there are several important tips to keep in mind when searching for valuable 1984 Canadian cents. Always examine the strike quality closely, checking the sharpness of the maple leaves and the KG initials. Look for any doubling, misalignment, or unusual abnormalities that could indicate a mint error. Store your coins properly to prevent oxidation, as copper is prone to discoloration and spotting if not kept in a dry environment. Fine condition is a good mid-grade, but upgrading to very fine or extremely fine examples will significantly improve long-term value. Finally, keep an eye on shifts in the Canadian collector market, as interest in copper cents tends to rise whenever metal prices increase or when collectors rediscover older series that have been out of circulation for a decade or more. The Canadian 1 cent 1984 with the KG mint mark remains a small but meaningful piece of Canada's numismatic heritage. Though modest in face value, its historical background, its copper composition, and its place in the era of classic penny production give it appeal among collectors. With fine-condition examples becoming harder to find and auction interest gaining momentum, this coin can surprise collectors with strong dollar returns, especially when rare varieties are involved. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned collector, this coin reminds us that even the smallest denominations can hold big value when preserved, studied, and appreciated. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coin value, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow collectors. Let us know in the comments, and stay tuned for more rare coin discoveries that could change your financial future.